بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. This is Hadith number 66 from the chapter of Muraqabah, watchfulness, from Imam an-Nawawi's famous book Riyadh al-Saliheen. عن أبي يعلى شداد ibn Aws رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: الكيس من دان نفسه وعمل لما بعد الموت، والعاجز من أتبع نفسه هواها وتمنى على الله. رواه الترمذي وقال حديث حسن. Abu Ya'la Shaddad ibn Aws رضي الله عنه reported the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said, the wise person is the one who calls himself to account and does good deeds to benefit him after death. And the foolish person is the one who subdues himself to his temptations and desires and seeks from Allah the fulfillment of his vain desires. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, the smart person or the wise person is the one who calls himself to account, meaning he takes himself to account before death approaches him. And he does good deeds to benefit him after death. And the foolish person is the one who subdues himself to his whims and his desires and seeks from Allah the fulfillment of his vain desires. Narrated by al-Tirmidhi, and he said this is a good hadith. Here the Prophet ﷺ, he's giving us a comparison between two types of people. One is a person who he has described as a wise person, as a smart individual, and another person whom the Prophet ﷺ has described as a foolish individual. If a student was to go to a counselor, to a college counselor or a university counselor, and he gives him a spreadsheet of all the classes that he's going to take once he graduates from high school. He says, semester 1, I'm going to take these 5 classes. I'm going to take 15 credits. Semester 2, I'm going to take 17 credits, and these are the classes. And semester 3 and 4, and all the way until he graduates. What do you think the counselor is going to say to him? What is he going to say? He's going to say that you're a very talented, very smart individual. Why? Because he has prepared himself for the next 4 to 6 years. Or a business individual, a company, when he is trying to open up his business, he makes the goals for the first year, the 3 years, 10 years. This is what I need to accomplish in the next 1 year. This is what I need to do in the next 3 years, and I need to expand in the next 10 years. Everyone is going to want to invest with this individual because he's a smart businessman. Likewise, a person who wants to seek a spouse, they're going to say, well, this is what I'm going to do. I need to go ahead and raise or save enough money for me to do 1, 2, 3. The point is what? The point is a person who plans for his future, he is indeed an intelligent, a wise individual. And a person who just goes around having fun, following his desires, and he doesn't plan for his future, everyone can say that he is wasting his time. The Prophet ﷺ has described the person who plans for not 1,000 years, not 4-year college, not 10-year business, but he plans for not 1,000,000 years, but for eternity. He says, الكيس من دان نفسه وعمل لما بعد الموت. He takes himself to account before death approaches him, and he does good deeds in order for him to be benefited after death. And then he says the foolish person is the one who goes around fulfilling his desires and then he has vain hope in Allah. He said, Allah Ghafurur Rahim, Allah will forgive me. Or he will say, you know what, I will fix myself once I go for Hajj. Once I become 50 or 60, then I will dedicate myself to the ibadah of Allah. The Prophet ﷺ called him a foolish person, a person who cannot comprehend the reality of both this world and the eternity of the hereafter. Let's make a plan for ourselves, just like how we make a plan for our business, for our careers, that this is what I want to do in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years. Let's do the same thing when it comes to our akhirah. Remember what we said, and we are going to continue to say it as a reminder. Brothers, how many surahs do you know this year? How many surahs of the Quran? How many chapters of the Quran do you know? Let's say you will say, I know 10. Okay, put a target. Next year, I'm going to memorize 10 new surahs. We have to do this for our own sake. You know, the mind, the brain, I don't have the statistics, I don't have the numbers, but we could say that there are millions of neurons that die every single day. I think it's like millions of neurons that die every single 6 seconds. We have trillions upon trillions of neurons. They don't get replaced. And the only time that they will be activated is if we try to learn something new. There's a study that is being done, or it was done, to delay or to prevent dementia or Alzheimer's. One of the ways is to constantly learn something new, meaning to memorize. And the fastest way towards dementia and the fastest way towards Alzheimer's is not to learn anything. And one of the best ways is to just watch TV, because you're not learning anything. It's a one-way channel. You're just receiving. You're not reading anything. You're not learning the way a book teaches you. So that's why you see people, when they retire, they want to finish 100 books before they die. So they will finish, for example, maybe 1 book, depending on a week. We have the Book of Allah. Recently, there was one scholar in Egypt. He died about 2 weeks ago. He was described as one of the worshippers of this century. It was said that this individual, this scholar, this great man, he finished the Quran. He had a hujra. A hujra is like a small little place, just like how we were describing the story of Maryam alayha salam in our salah, that she had a mihrab. She had a place where she was dedicating her services, her worship to Allah. This scholar in the masjid, he had one near, behind the pulpit or something like that. He finished the Quran 24,000 times in his lifetime. How many times do you think that is? Per day, per week. His own students did not want to go to his masjid to pray, because if they went, he's going to tell them, did you pray your tahajjud? Did you pray this? Did you read your Quran? Did you do this? everything regarding the worship of Allah. But what is the purpose or what is the use of knowledge if we don't act upon it? The point I'm making, brothers, is that we should have a plan. Even if it is one hadith in your own house, after or before or during dinner. Maybe not during dinner, but why not? You could teach them as something as simple as that the Prophet ﷺ, he said that before you eat, you should say Bismillah, and you eat what's in front of you and you eat with your right hand. This hadith we will cover later on. Something as simple as this, as a reminder. And you make them memorize it. And we memorize it. One word. There's some ahadith, la taghdab. There's some ahadith we will read tomorrow. Min husni islam al-mar'i tarkuhu ma la ya'nih. Very simple. You memorize that. Or one verse of the Quran. And you keep on reading it as you... And this will... We do it only for the sake of Allah. We don't do it to prevent dementia. This is just a side benefit of it. Let's make this program for ourselves, this schedule for ourselves and for our family. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from amongst those that He has called wise. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prevent us from being foolish in our lives and for our akhirah. May Allah protect us, preserve us in our religion. May Allah forgive us for all of our major and minor sins. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to that which is pleasing to Him. Guide us and guide our families and our communities and the rest of the entire Muslim ummah throughout the world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us istiqamah and give us ikhlas and give us health. Anyone who is sick, may Allah give them shifa. Anyone who has died, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive them and have mercy upon them. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.